Why do you feel that you're better than this person? Why do you feel that you are less than this person? When it comes to judgment, not only are we all victims of receiving it, but we're also all guilty of making them. But there is a growing number of us that have changed or are working towards changing our perspective on judgment. Judgment is not 100% preventable. It started out as a survival mechanism. You wanted to protect your genes, your specific genes, and keep them going from generations to generations, so you used judgment and comparison as a way of doing that. Somewhere down the line, it took a left turn and turned into a fear tactic, a way of control and empowerment, a way to belittle the other man so that you can do better, you can do more. Now, there is a 4-step process that I have developed, or that I go by, that can change your perspective on judgment. So, the first step is observe. Observe your thoughts. Take the seat of the witness as you make a judgmental thought, or as you have a judgmental thought. Take the seat of the witness as that thought turns into a cycle of thoughts that may lead to you feeling inferior or even feeling superior. Observe the thought as it is produced within your mind, as it becomes words, as it may turn into actions. Observe the thoughts. Step 2 is to derail the train. Our thoughts have a cycle, have a pattern. If you are observant enough, you can see that. It may start with somebody judging you, or you judging someone on their appearance, and then it takes a left turn and all of a sudden you feel like crap because you wanted to judge this person or that person judged you, and then it just has a cycle. Our thoughts cycle down continuously. So we want to practice derailing the train. It's okay to have that first judgmental thought, but stop it before it takes a left turn and all of a sudden you're feeling inferior or superior to another. Step 3 is to question. Question everything. Question all of your thoughts. Why do you feel that you're better than this person? Why do you feel that you are less than this person? Find out where this feeling of lack or this feeling of more than is coming from. Who is it? What is it within that this is rooting from? Is it from past? Is it from a belief that you should have this amount of success, and if you have that amount of success, you can throw it in other people's faces? Or is it a feeling that you are not enough, that you are lacking in some way, and by lacking in this way, I will judge myself and I will look less than, and when that person does judge me as being less than, I will believe it because it's true. Take time to analyze and to question your thoughts. Don't just sit there and believe everything that comes out. It's just made up. And for it being made up, see where it's being made up from. Even if it's this little stereotypical judgment or a joke that you're having with a friend or a coworker, sort of a judgment comparison, even the small ones can open up a lot about yourself, can open up a lot within and reveal all these different things about yourself. You'll start to learn that these certain patterns happen within, and then you can address them. You can come to conclusions and find out, well, where is this happening? Why is it happening? And how can I change that? Question the thoughts. Don't just sit there and allow them to go on and on and on, and then you're left with nothing. You just feel like crap at the end of the day, and you just sit there and you're like, well, I'll just accept that because it must be true about me. The third step is really getting into you. And that's where the true change of perspective comes in, because you'll start to see how equal you are to everybody else. Maybe not with materials, maybe not with success, but general equality is just knowing that what is within me is also within you, and life is just a reflection of that. And for me, that is equality. So step 3, once you want to dive really deep in. Now step 4 is really just commitment. Commitment in however you perceive commitment. Maybe you want to work on just doing step 1 and observing your thoughts and the train of thoughts and the cycle and pattern that your thoughts go through for a week or 2 weeks or a month or 3 months, however long you want to commit to that practice for you to get comfortable with just step 1 of just observation, just taking the seat of the witness. Then you dive into step 2 where you're derailing the train. Now you know you've taken the seat of the witness long enough where you can see how the thoughts are coming up, what thoughts usually come up, and you can stop them before they take that cycle, before they end up hurting you at the end of the day, before you end up hurting yourself emotionally at the end of the day. So you want to work on just stopping the train. Maybe you want to do that for a couple weeks or a month or 3 months or a year, however long you want to stay committed to that practice, for however long you feel until you perfected it or gotten comfortable with it enough where it becomes second nature. Then step 3 is ask questions. Ask questions about all of your thoughts, really. Ask questions of why this is coming up. Where is this belief stemming from? Where is this concept? What am I defending? Why is this happening? And, all of your emotions. Even question the emotions that come up with these thoughts. Question everything. Get down to opening all these different gates within and getting to know yourself. Truly getting to know yourself. And then once you can feel that, once you can really understand who you are, where you're coming from, where you may be feeling lack, and knowing where the lack is coming from, when you can start to feel that and know that and be so within, then the sense of judgment, the sense of comparison, that's when it really changes. That's when the perspective really takes a shift, because now you know yourself and you appreciate somebody and are grateful that that person has received such blessings. Whether it's a relationship that you're envious of, or it could be material things that you may be envious of. Where they live, how they live, the amount of money that they have to go on trips, the amount of love that they have from their family or friends or other significant relationships. When you see that, you no longer become envious because you know where you lack and how you lack, but that you have the potential to have that life if you want it. You're no longer envious of that person, because if you want that life, you know you can have it. You know it is possible. Maybe you have to work a little harder than that person seems like they had to work, because they may have had a lot of work and this is God giving them what they deserve. But you may have to work a little harder on that. But you know deep down that you can have what they have. So the thought of being envious or jealous may come up. It still can come up. These emotions still can flutter within, but they don't take control over you, because you know yourself enough that if you wanted what they have, it can be yours. That's the realization that you will enter into after step 3, after questioning yourself, because you'll get to know so much about yourself that you won't see judgment as much. Yeah, you'll still have this old conditioning of stereotypes and maybe some sexism things. Oh, well, a man should do this, a woman should. You may still have those bits and pieces. I'm not saying you're going to get rid of everything through this practice. It takes time. And that's where step 4 is so important. It takes time and commitment. It's not something that you're going to be able to do right off the bat. Tomorrow morning, wake up, I'm going to be judgment free. Nobody, we're all equals. Everybody I love, nobody's going to judge me. I'm not going to judge anyone. It's not going to happen overnight. It is a practice. That's why step 4 comes into play, because you have to commit to it. You have to commit to wanting the change in order to receive it, in order to perceive it, in order to get there. But it is up to you how you want to practice it. That's why step 4 is just commitment. However you want to be committed, however you perceive commitment. Whether you work on it this week and then maybe you forget about it next week, oh, that's okay, you know what, I'll pick it up next week. It's however you want to do it. The beauty of being a human in this life is that you can literally restart any second of any day. You want to start the morning off with being judgment free, and then all of a sudden you miss a step by joking around with your coworkers or whatever, and then you're like, oh, wait, I could take it back. You can take it back. You can go right back into being, into the practice. That's the beauty of being human, of being in this experience. That time doesn't exist, that you can recommit at any time. So with this practice, take your time. However you want to do it, do it. This is what has worked for me. This is what I've observed within myself. You want to do one step and that's it. You want to do step 3 and that's it. It's not an order. Also, you can mix up the order however you want. It's just something that I feel is that order worked for me. Thank you guys. I hope this video has helped you as much as it's helped me. Know that I'm always sending you love, light, and happiness. Thank you.